Kicking off the rookie Evan McPherson, the only place kicker drafted in the NFL this season, in the 5th round, as Amir Smith-Marset, the rookie, watches, and it bounces in the end zone. Out to the 25-yard line come the Vikings on offense. Dalvin Cook, there's a flag down, is in the backfield before they even snap the ball.
Full start, offense, number 30, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
We might have to use the silent count this game. On first down, Cousins flips to Cook out of the backfield, waiting for a block, and knocked down just short of the 30-yard line. And Jen Hale, welcome. You have more on Dalvin Cook.
Defenders cannot read him the way they can read other running backs. The Bengals D is going to have intense gap security.
We could hardly hear you, Jen, as you closed out your report. Here comes another penalty.
Full start, offense, number 83, 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
2nd and 11. Cousins well protected. Short pass at the 30.
That's their best area. So if that offensive line plays well, these skill players could have a great season.
4 wide receivers. Cousins floats one, and the catch held on to just beyond the 41-yard line by Adam Thielen. Pickup of a dozen from the 42. Overcoming penalties. It's Cook. Maybe a yard. Knocked down right away.
Gave up the most explosive plays, but the biggest thing is they've got to find a way to stop that run game. They're going to get a huge test today trying to defend Dalvin Cook.
I mean, this is amazing. Vikings have to figure out. They had to be prepared for the noise.
Offense, number 30, 5-yard penalty, still second down.
Brian O'Neill, the right tackle, said we're prepared for the noise. Hasn't shown up yet. Cousins, short pass, complete to Thielen, his second catch already. We're marching the other way.
Holding, offense, number 74, 10-yard penalty, replay, second down.
They want to make this a difficult place to come and play football.
Change the environment. Cousins throw through the hands at the 40-yard line of Justin Jefferson. Not necessarily on that play. Looked like he had help. Now 3rd down, quick pass across the middle. Well short of the first down. D.D. Westbrook calls that in. Mike Zimmer wanted more hang time, stronger leg. In his 7th season. Gets this away to the 21. Phillips dancing to the 30 and brought down. He did take a few snaps in the preseason to get that vibe out of the way. Throwing on first down and well protected. Dumps it off. Joe Mixon. It's up across the 35-yard line.
Xavier Suafilo there at the guard position, which was where the competition was during camp.
Mixon on 2nd and 5. Run out of bounds short of the 40. And Mixon did pick up the first down from the 40. Jamar Chase from his receiver spot. And his first NFL touch loses a yard or two as Nick Vigil.
But he's got to slow down this run game of Cincinnati.
After a loss of 2, Burrow, quick pass, incomplete, a little bit high. Was trying to get it out in a hurry for Tyler Boyd, who Jamar Chase, top of your screen. Underneath, C.J. Uzomah, the tight end. Longtime Cincinnatian from McNicholas High School, booms it away. D.D. Westbrook letting the ball sail over his head and into the end zone. It's a break for the Vikings. From the 20, Dalvin Cook has yet to get going. And Dalvin Cook, after he picked up 3, Thielen in motion, it's back to Cook. Almost bounced outside, but a good low tackle to keep him from moving upfield. Need to get to the 30 for a first down. Cousins throws behind Adam Thielen, and it's 4th down. Jordan Berry back to punt. Second boot for him. Darius Phillips from the Cincinnati 30. And up across the 40, knocked down around the 45-yard line. A healthy return. Cameron Bynum made the special teams play. Straight ahead is Mixon. And we'll pick up a couple. to Washington. He's worked hard to come back, and he's on the move here, and he's going to get thrown down and sacked back at the 35. Nick Vigil got there first.
Linebacker blitz from the inside that was a blown protection by Cincinnati.
Burrow dumps it off. Samaje Perine gets up to the 43, the backup for Joe Mixon. Also rookie Chris Evans, sixth-rounder from Michigan, part of that offensive backfield.
They have to punt back to Minnesota.
It would appear to be a cautious approach from Zach Taylor so far, maybe figuring, hey, our defense is doing its part. Westbrook, fair catch at the 10-yard line. Good punt from Kevin Huber across Hurricane Ida relief. After the 47-yard punt, in trouble is Cousins, dumps it off to Dalvin Cook, who works his way up the sideline, 8-yard pickup.
Mike Hilton is a very, very good blitzer off the slot.
Cook for the first down, shoved backwards right away.
Justin Jefferson here today, and then there's Mike Hilton, who we talked about as that slot nickel blitzer.
Thielen in motion. Cousins is sacked at the 10-yard line. B.J. Hill really has not been able to adjust. Quick pass here to Jefferson, and that's going nowhere. Mike Hilton leading a swarm of Bengals. Time for a game break with noise in the jungle. Backed up, and he goes out. Hendrickson and Ogunjobi combine on the sack. If it's confusing him or if the rush is that good against the Viking offensive line. Berry gets it out of there. Phillips, fair catch at midfield. Patrick Peterson, veteran corners after the youth moves at corner did not work. And it's a defensive struggle so far. Mixon in the backfield after a 4-yard pickup. He gets the football again, trying to turn the corner, and knocked down just across the 45 of Minnesota by Kendricks, who's been busy. On a third down, the throw is on target, but knocked out of the hands of T. Higgins.
The first play to start a series. I'd love to see Clint Kubiak get a little more aggressive.
And here he goes down the sideline, and the throw off the hands of Jefferson, covered by Awuzie.
We'll see if they maintain that consistency in their play calling with the penalties all game long.
Dalvin Cook carries and turns the corner. Cook gets the first down, knocked out of bounds, his best run of the day. Run without a huddle. Cousins on the move, pressure on, completes to his tight end. Boise State comes in for Cook. That's Thielen in motion. Madison the carry, met hard, knocked down at the 30. Cook is back in. He has a moment. He dumps it off to Cook. He gets a block and gets the first down. What an effort by Dalvin Cook. Pickup of 9.
Boom.
Pay attention. Cousins completes. Madison goes nowhere. Deep drop by Jesse Bates in the secondary for Cincinnati. They run the ball to Cook, who is bouncing through Bengals and gets to midfield, and that should be enough for a Viking first down. Dedicated this season to his father, James, who died unexpectedly late last December. As Cousins is on target. Jefferson with a first down inside the 35 of the Bengals. 88 last year as a rookie, I should say, and this is second year, and set an NFL record. Jefferson on the move is throwing the football and open. He stayed in bounds as K.J. Osborne by Clint Kubiak. Again, calling the play, sliding underneath is Cook at the 25. Ogunjobi was there. Flag. It's like the Vikings again. This is how they started this game.
There is no play before the snap. False start. Offense. Number 17. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
And a loss of 3. That's 4 false starts for the Vikings. Cousins has all kinds of time. Fires open. Ball's out. Bengals are on it. There is a flag down at the 31-yard line. They're going to say that's an incomplete pass from the start.
You secure the ball and have a catch.
Holding offense. Number 56. 10-yard penalty. Replay, second down.
This game has come in on 2nd and 28. He gets the pitch. And near the 35-yard line. Last year, 50-yard field goal is his range. They're right on the cusp of that. And that throw to Osborne. He slips a tackle and near a first down. He got it if they don't call him out of bounds after the initial contact.
It's worse, a field goal opportunity.
Meanwhile, Osborne, who played in 9 games, a special teamer, didn't have a catch last year as a rookie, picks up 25 on his second catch, the biggest play of the game so far, from the 11-yard line. Cook into a crowd. Jefferson top of your screen. Cousins looks that way and goes down across the 20-yard line. Awkward looking play. A major tipping point here when the Bengal defense looked like they had backed up Cousins. Meanwhile, Cousins throws. Touchdown Vikings. Adam Thielen. Boy, when they get in the red zone, he's the go-to guy. Last year, 14 touchdowns. And he starts off in game 1 with the first of the season for the Vikings.
Just one-on-one on the outside, man-to-man coverage, push up, you get the separation, run into Eli Apple. He's got to give a little bit of space, maintain his balance. And some people are going to say, isn't that pass interference? Absolutely not. He has the right to that piece of ground just as much as Eli Apple does. He's got to play that contact much better.
Cousins and Thielen ate up Eli Apple and Von Bell when they were Saints back in the playoff win that Cousins led Minnesota to on the road a few years ago. The extra point is good. His 40th career touchdown grab. Greg Joseph kicking off. Touchback out to the 25. So last year at all for Cincinnati. And Apple in trouble at getting away. Burrow to Mixon, who gets a first down up across the 35-yard line. Showing some movement there. That's what Joe Burrow wanted to do. Wanted to find out for himself.
For Cincinnati here, like to see them a little bit more aggressive with their play calling.
Samaje Perine in the game and shoved backwards. Motion. Fastest player on this offense, according to the Bengals. Perine gets knocked out right away. Rashad Breeland from his corner spot. Burrow has time and open. Catch made. First down, Jamar Chase. The first Bengal ever.
Do we go with Penei Sewell to protect Joe Burrow?
Burrow under pressure now and can't get away. Harrison Smith, the veteran safety, was in there first. Perine stays in after a loss of 10. Straight ahead handoff. And all the way down to the 42 of Minnesota. Power run from Samaje Perine. Remember, Mixon only played 6 games with foot injury last year. Catch made by Chase. He has a first down inside the 30. Even had a jugs machine brought to his home. 3-play Burrow flag down, going for Higgins. And there's another flag. We may have interference on Breeland.
There were 2 fouls on the play. Offside defense, number 58. That penalty is declined. Pass interference. Defense, number 21.
So they take the pass interference, and it's a penalty of 27 yards. First and goal from the 3. Mixon run out of bounds. Harrison Smith. Quick snap. Burrow with a look. End zone throw. Touchdown. T. Higgins.
Well, there's a much better start to 2021 inside the 5-yard line, first and goal.
They took that stat you just mentioned and threw it out the window.
Oh, yeah. Let me show you.
Joe Burrow to T. Higgins. Higgins had 6 TDs last year, 67 catches, and hauls in the first touchdown of the Bengals season.
Yeah, he's gonna work through some of the pressure right there and just kind of stay alive. Don't know what happens once they get over here, because you could see really quickly at the last second one of the defenders coming off to try and cover him. Xavier Woods dropping back. Was he supposed to be in the back part of the end zone?
Extra point. McPherson is good. We're tied to tie the game. Cousins hoping to get in there and do something with all 3 timeouts for the Vikings. 1:47 before the half. Done a good job on Dalvin Cook, who had nearly 2,000 scrimmage yards last year. Cousins through the hands of Cook at a high throw. Receiver in this game with 3 catches. Cousins catch made. There's a flag down back in the backfield. That's Conklin, the tight end.
Yeah.
Holding offense. Number 69. 10-yard penalty. Still second down.
Because the Bengals defense and the crowd have been so good. Cousins has time, dumps it off to Abdullah. And it'll be 3rd and forever.
Left on their drive.
Need 15 for a first down. Conklin, the tight end, will not get it. Von Bell brought him down. Played his college ball at Eastern Kentucky. Booms it away. And Darius Phillips hauls it in inside the 15 to Cincinnati. Hit hard. Hangs on to the football, and eventually other Vikings bring him down. A swarm of Vikings. Jamar Chase, top of your screen. He's been big on 3rd down. 2nd down underneath to Mixon. He's trying to get out of bounds and eventually is wrestled out of bounds. Big on Tennessee. Burrow. Sideline. Tyler Boyd hangs on. Going deep. Jamar Chase. He's got it. Chase to the end zone. That's a Bengal touchdown.
And he said, you know what? They're both the right answers. And we didn't do this because of the relationship between Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. We just felt adding another receiver to be explosive. And when you talk about this offense last season, 31st in the NFL with 20-plus plays, 32nd when you talk about pass plays.
Back in 2019. Extra point is good by McPherson. And some of the celebrating, that LSU combination. McPherson, touchback. Vikings have all 3 of their timeouts, but only 35 seconds. Let's check in with Kurt Menefee.
Getting in and out of the huddle, getting to the line of scrimmage.
Number 75. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
All right, but 5 is inexcusable. Cousins, plenty of time. On target. First down at the 40 to Thielen. 14-7 Bengals here. 30 seconds. Cousins on the move, flag down. They have a holding call as Westbrook gets out of bounds. Over 90 yards.
Offense. Number 69. 10-yard penalty.
He looks very calm. That's the 2nd on Rashad Hill, the Viking left tackle, and the blitz is coming. Reads it. Thielen is smothered. Well played by the Bengals. Back at the 30. But on a 2nd and 20 with 1 timeout, flag down. Maybe a free play. Let's see. It's incomplete.
Legal formation offense. Number 69. That penalty is declined. 3rd down.
Bengals have 3 sacks in the game. There's time for Cousins. If he can air it out. Instead he goes short. And out of bounds and a flag down back at the 22.
Holding offense. Number 56. That penalty is declined. 4th down.
Yeah, Zimmer's turning like beet red over there. It's sunny, but not that sunny. Phillips inside the 10. And as the clock hits 0, Greg Joseph Brandon Wilson watches it out to the 25. Let's go down to the field. Jen Hale. Jen.
Authority to change the play and the ability to extend it, so use it.
Thank you, Jen. 8 of 8 in the second quarter was Burrow. Hands to Mixon, who gets up across the 25-yard line. The team record is 16 accepted penalties as Mixon carries. And Mixon just short of a first down. Stadium at Paul Brown. Throwing on 3rd and short, but Mixon has the first down.
The Bengals led by Joe Burrow.
He was sacked twice, didn't run, but had to scramble away. Open at midfield, and moving up is T. Higgins. All the way inside the 35 of Minnesota. Kenzie Alexander, depending upon who is, looks like it's Boyd in his spot. Mixon the carry, and inside the 30 of Minnesota. Fake to Mixon, plenty of room. Burrow open, incomplete. He had Mike Thomas. Burrow in the pocket, and what a catch! Looked like it was going to be intercepted.
On the little curl route. Oh boy. You know, things are going your way, they're just going your way.
Burrow keeps surging forward, and the Bengals look like they got it. Let's wait for the official signal. Mentally and physically, and he looks that way. On first down, Mixon weaving his way through the Vikings down to the 16-yard line. Whatever's working for you. 2nd and 3. Burrow steps up, fires, catch. Inside the 5, it's Higgins, and it'll be 1st and goal, Cincinnati.
Again coming out of his break.
Joe Mixon to the end zone, touchdown Bengals. And even he's going to do the gritty.
Looked like he kept his feet moving the whole time. Never really.
Did the ball break the plane when that rear end was
kind of dropping
down?
Straight down? It wasn't really moving forward.
Yeah, the official right there on the goal line watching closely. That's why they waited. It's good. Slight underdog Bengals at home over the Vikings, who will put the ball in the hands. Coming out of the end zone, Smith-Marset, the rookie. Knocked down just across the 15, the head coach.
If they're holding it, a guy at Kirk's stage of his career, he's holding it because nobody's open. And that's what you need. You just need Dalvin Cook.
About changing plays. He said that each play has built-in answers. But you got to have more answers than just Cook.
And if he does have the access to get to something from time to time, that's fine. Oh.
Almost broke that loose. 3rd and 2. Cousins backpedaling, throws, receiver open, first down catch. Amir Abdullah.
And they play against the Cincinnati defense.
Well, that was a wise check down. It probably could have gone to it a touch earlier. It's Cook. Met hard. Von Bell got there first.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, offense, number 74.
Oh, unnecessary roughness.
Penalty, and the down count. 2nd down.
The 15-yard penalty and the down counts.
So it's 2nd and 26, so that's incomplete. Chris Herndon, the new tight end from the Jets. Knocked down at the 40. K.J. Osborne hauled it in, and it's 4th down. Bates. And after a drive, it started out well for Minnesota. It stalls. Phillips busy inside the 20 of the Bengals. And thrown backwards. Good special teams play by the Vikings and Troy Dye. Enjoying this game in Cincinnati. Joe Burrow set to throw. And he'll go down. Sacked at the 11-yard line. The moment after faking, Michael Pierce was in on him. 3rd sack for the Vikings. After a loss of 8, Mixon, who did most of the work on the ground and into the end zone the last time they had the football. Leading Jacksonville 27-7. Pirine in the backfield. Pass is caught by Chase. near a first down.
Or is it the fact that Minnesota can't stay onsides offensively?
A major tipping point in the game, and I don't think he got it. Stumbling was Mixon, and the Vikings on what was a risky call on 4th and a yard in your own territory this deep.
Don't give Minnesota an extra breath of life.
Cousins from the pocket, open, but a bad throw. Incomplete for Chris Herndon. We have not had a turnover yet in this game by either team. In field goal range already as Cook slices inside the 25. It'll bring up 3rd and about 3. There's an opportunity there to snap early. Protection picked up. Overthrown. Justin Jefferson.
He doesn't have enough possessions left in the game.
Pressure, blitz, open, first down, and maybe more. It's Thielen for the touchdown. On a 4th and 4, Cousins connects to Thielen for a Viking score of 24 yards.
You get Adam Thielen against number 21, Mike Hilton. And remember, Mike is more of that kind of slot guy, blitzer type guy. We've seen him make a lot of great plays with tackles and stuff. And you've got Adam Thielen matched up against him one-on-one in coverage.
Thielen in the end zone for the second time, and things have tightened up in Cincinnati. Out to the 25-yard line. Around the players' special meeting after that call. Back to Mixon on the ground, slips a tackle and gets up across the 30-yard line. Jen Hale checking on that on the Bengals sideline. It's Mixon again, and he will get the first down. Slicing up to the 40-yard line.
Cincinnati is doing a nice job of stretching it, but then getting back inside.
Yeah, they're using 2 tight ends now after that 10-yard gain from Mixon, and he'll get more. Knocked out of bounds when he got near the 40 of Minnesota.
They had some young guys battling it out for that guard spot, but it was the 2 vets that prevailed.
Tough hit on P. Ryan as he is shoved backwards. And that will wind up 3 quarters of football here in Cincinnati. Mike Thomas in motion. Mixon the carry. Gets near the 46. Let's check in with Jen on an update on T. Higgins. Jen, it's now Jamar Chase, 4 catches and a touchdown. Bottom of your screen. And incomplete. Looked like a mix-up. That's Mike Thomas with 2 Vikings around him. It's up there. It's out there. It's through there. And a 10-point Bengal lead. DC's all-time leader, 85% field goal percentage with Florida, and he's been clutch from 53 for Cincinnati. That's Thielen. Spins across the 30. Eli Apple on the tackle. We check in with Carissa. Got the year going. Cousins looks one way and gets rid of. He got smothered back at the 20 and just had to get rid of the football. That's Larry Ogunjobi. Ruled incomplete on the field. Cousins tipped away. Here comes a flag. Thielen may have been held.
There is no foul for defensive pass interference. However, before the pass, illegal use of the hands to the face, defense, number 91. That 5-yard penalty will be enforced in the previous spot. Automatic first down.
But a fresh set of downs from the 35. And the pitch to Cook. Blockers in front, but Bengals are there. Tough hit as he was going out of bounds around the 40. Cousins pass caught. That's C.J. Ham, the fullback, who works his way across midfield and has a first down. On a 1st and 10. Cook. Maybe 3. Alexander Madison in. Cousins has time and open. Jefferson looked like the ball was a little late and Awuzie was there. Cousins gets rid of it. Cook, can he get the first down? Yes. Splits a couple of Bengal defenders and gets it. Feel like they need to get some kind of points the way the Bengals have been moving the football. Over the middle. That's K.J. Osborne. Pocket protected. Open in the middle of the field. Breaking loose. Justin Jefferson. He is into the end zone. The Vikings are saying down. The official says down at the goal line. One official raised his hands, but the official closest to Jefferson said down.
Minnesota is challenging the ruling on the field that the runner was down short of the goal line.
No, he wants to get in the end zone because his buddy Jamar Chase already has one. That's a heck of an effort.
Ooh. Was his knee down? That's the way he spun. After further review, the call on the field stands. Adrian Hill and New York taking a closer look. It was difficult, but probably not enough to overturn it. The pitch. Dalvin Cook is easily into the end zone, and that's a Viking touchdown. He gets his first score of the day.
Cincinnati's going to play it well. With the upfield penetration, there's Trey Hendrickson right there. Akeem Davis-Gaither is up the field, but a nice cut back inside by Dalvin Cook and makes it look easy.
Greg Joseph on for the extra point to make it a 3-point game. He nails it. 9:23 in the fourth quarter, and the offense is, after a slow start in his first season with the Vikings, 6th team in 3 years, and we'll have a return. It's Wilson. What a special teams play all the way back at the 5-yard line. Talk about momentum shifts. You need to hold on to those when you can, especially on the road. Higgins is in motion back in the game for the Bengals, but across the middle and wide open is Tyler Boyd. He's got a first down up around the 27. Mixon on the pitch. Run out of bounds. Kendricks loses his helmet. Burrow has it. Down the sideline, coverage is good. Jamar Chase, the target. 240-pounder checks in on 3rd and 5. Burrow on the move, and he's sacked inside the 25. He had a moment, but there is Danielle Hunter, who Mike Zimmer said he may be the best pass rusher in the NFL right now. Special teams play, and it looked like that was deflected as Huber tried to get the punt away. Going out of bounds, will check that spot, and how he's adjusting. He's played an excellent game so far. On first down, Cousins, there's a flag, there's a few, and Cousins will throw in the area of Thielen, incomplete.
Holding offense, number 72, 10-yard penalty, replay, first down.
He's going to have to take a sack like that. There's going to be things that he has to experience before he's really back 100% mentally.
Penalty backs the Vikings up, but the Bengal defense shoves Cook back. As a receiver, bottom of your screen, as Cook checks out. Cousins fires, and did he hold on at the 32? Looks like he did. Blitz, Cousins, is sacked. And they have had a major influence in this game. Phillips says, hold on. Bounces and rolls inside the 30. And around the 25, where the Bengals will take over with Aaron Rodgers. Mixon slips a tackle up near the 35-yard line and stays in bounds. You were so much a part of those with those Super Bowl champion Cowboy teams, and it was a different era as Mixon gets the first down and moves up across the 45-yard line. Play clock down to 2, and they snap. Go back to Mixon. This time, 3 Vikings are there to make sure he goes nowhere. Put it up since that sack. Being careful here as Piron carries. Blasting into Viking territory. Higgins in motion, Mixon in the backfield. They give it to Mixon, and he fights hard but does not get the first down. Or inside the 10 would be better for Cincinnati. And that's just where he drops it. An excellent boot and covered by Stanley Morgan. Cousins in his own end zone. Quickly throws. Dalvin Cook up to the 12. Remember the timeout situation? They burned one because of the crowd noise. It was close with Jefferson. They ended up scoring with Dalvin Cook, but it cost him a timeout. Cousins has time. He's hit as he throws. Middle of the field. It's the tight end Tyler Conklin to the 40.
Not being too confident inside 50-yard lines. That's the 32. I think he's going to be good from 53, 55-ish.
Cousins hit again as he throws. Osborne the target. Hendrickson got in on him.
Done in about 16 seconds.
Cook needs to get out of bounds, and he does. Very little gain. Third and 10, down 3, underneath. Pass complete. No timeouts as Osborne is gathered in by the Bengals at the 40. Cousins on the line. He held on. Osborne, the second-year receiver for Miami. His 7th grab of the game. Cousins for the sideline. Catch made at the 36. It's Thielen. Stays in bounds. They're going to have to spike it here. They have no timeouts.
Get your legal formation.
5, 4, spike. 3 seconds. At the buzzer as time expires. Both kickers, by the way, 53-yard field goals, and they're only trying the game. And that's why we're in the position we are. For a defensive score for Minnesota. Mixon, maybe a yard or 2. Very effective through the first 3 quarters was Burrow. Coming off that knee surgery from the injury of November as Mixon gets a first down. First series in overtime and the Bengals up first down. Joe Burrow, complete short, wrapped up right at the 40. Look sharp. Vikings blitz on a run play. And Mixon carries up near the 43. On 3rd and 3. Burrow in the pocket. He is going to go down. Inside the 35. Vikings get another sack, and it's Michael Pierce. Standing at his 22. And D.D. Westbrook, the former Jag. Back to receive. Fair catch called for. Sun shining. He's got it around the 21-22 of Minnesota. Getting clean snaps. Dalvin Cook bouncing outside. And thrown down around the 20. Jermaine Pratt stayed with him by Minnesota. After a loss of 1, Cousins drops back to late blitz. He's got to get rid of it.
91 coming off that right defensive end position this afternoon.
Thielen with 7 catches in the game. And it's caught by Thielen, but short of the first down.
Illegal formation, offense. Number 75 was not on the line of scrimmage. That penalty declined. 4th down.
Jordan Berry moves it out of there. Fair catch called for. What a kick. Back inside the 10. He just flipped the field position game upside down. Mixon cuts the other way. Brought down short of the 14 by Daniil Hunter. And let's get a game break from Carissa. Mixon again. Vikings defense stops him this time. Vikings 4-man rush. Pocket protected. Incomplete. Was trying to go to Jamar Chase, who has been big on 3rd downs at his punt return career in Jacksonville, standing at the Vikings 40. Backs him up inside the 30. Another good punt in this game. Westbrook brought down just short of the 40-yard line. I'm sure the wear and tear on all these players. See what they have left. Dalvin Cook brought down by a couple of Bengals. Cousins from the pocket has time. And Jefferson, here comes a flag. It looked like Thielen crossing underneath was knocked down. We'll check the flag.
Holding defense. Number 22. 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
It's only the third penalty on the Bengals, but a big one. Cousins rolling, pressure coming. Sideline throw is caught, and stumbling out of bounds is the fullback C.J. Ham. Field goal wins it. You could still end up with a tie game. Any score wins it. Passy is caught, knocked down right away. Steven. Your kicker made from 53, but Zimmer's only comfortable from inside 50. Catch made by Jefferson. He's got a first down inside the 40. Getting a calf massage. Jen Hale reporting with the heat playing a factor here as Dalvin Cook carries. Looked like the ball may have come out on the end of the play. There's a scramble for it and waiting for a ruling. And the Bengals have it. How do they have it? The officials say it's Cincinnati football.
It is going to be.
Yeah, that's got to be. This is too big a play, and that's borderline.
That's a good shot right there. It sure looks like he's got possession, and Jermaine Pratt is trying to rip it out, but it looks like he comes down on his backside, still with possession, and now it comes out.
After review, the ruling on the field stands.
Nix in the back. Burrow to throw. Jamar Chase has it. Gets up to the 45-yard line. On 2nd and 5, the pitch to Mixon. And he is hit hard, knocked down at the 48-yard line. The rookie with a touchdown as well. Big third down. Mixon straight ahead. This will be another one of those, where will they spot it? Looks like they're signaling to measure here. Well, the officials will help us here. Try to get our cameras in as close as we can.
Looks a little short.
Yeah, we might need that card to slide it in between, or the comb that I use for your hair. Whatever works, but that's short. Burrow's going to throw. Floats one. And open is C.J. Uzomah, fighting his way down the sideline. And the Bengals with a big play. 31 seconds. Vikings do have timeouts, but not sure that matters at this point. Mixon carries. His only field goal attempt in this game has made his extra points, but with a game on the line in the NFL on the opening Sunday for the win. The crowd in Cincinnati has the answer as the rookie Evan McPherson is lifted high in the air.